All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of No Cap Reacts. I'm your man Bailey, aka Mr. Go. Get him! All right, so knocking shit over here. This show is gonna be a little different. It's not live. It is pre-recorded. Um, and the reason that it's pre-recorded is I'm actually about to call someone and we are about to have a conversation. The conversation is about dating. So I think that a lot of you guys don't really understand how often, and how many times I actually have this conversation on a regular basis. So, um, I'm just gonna go ahead and let y'all be privy to a conversation that you usually aren't privy to. So let's make this happen. Y'all gotta be quiet.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hello.
Can you hear me? Okay. Just wanted to make sure. How are
No
you?
worries. I'm here. How are you?
I'm good. No complaints. No complaints at all. So,
What'd you say?
I said no
Oh,
complaints at
sorry. You're
all.
going. You keep going in and out, so that's why.
Oh, sorry about that. All right. So, I'm gonna throw us back to where a conversation that we were kind of going over earlier, because I do got some questions for you.
Okay.
She said, "Okay." Um. So in our conversation so far today, basically there's been like a couple of what we call triggers, right?
Are you like a therapist or something?
I'm not a therapist, but when certain things happen, this is the thing. Most people aren't honest, most people don't ask questions, and most people don't try to uncover things, right? You want to be in a relationship, correct?
Hmm.
And you're looking to be in a relationship, preferably like marriage, or no?
I'm open to that again.
Okay, so if you're gonna do that, don't you think that at some point in time you should maybe have some of these conversations with people?
Should maybe what?
Have these conversations?
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, you got lucky in this situation. How about that?
Well, that's good to know.
All right. So earlier you said something to the liking of relationship and then what you're looking for. Okay. Now, my biggest question to you is, do you know what men are looking for?
Probably
Preferably
just
the man
sex.
that preferably the man you're looking for. Do you know what he would want from you?
I don't know.
Okay. You think that's a good thing or a bad thing?
Probably a bad thing.
Yeah. I'm going to say for sure it's a bad thing. You can speak on the things that make you happy, but if you can't make him happy, how long will that relationship last?
I don't know. Probably not very long.
Okay. So, in order to be in a happy and healthy relationship, I think one of the biggest things that people really should do is they should kind of get to know each other and find out what makes them tick. So, for you, first and foremost, something that you said turned you off is talking about sex, right?
Mhm.
What motivates men?
Sex.
Okay. Let me ask you this question. Do you think that men and women can be friends on a platonic level?
Yes,
Why?
because I have plenty of good friends that are guys.
Could you call those guy friends up right now and say, "Hey, I've had a couple, one too many, but I've been single for how long you, forever long you've been single, and if I would have sex with someone, I'd rather be with someone I know." You think them guys would say no to you?
No,
Okay, so then that's not platonic.
but I do have ones that would say no.
Oh, are they gay?
No,
Have you already
they're
slept with
married.
them?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've already slept with them. So again, they're already not platonic.
Okay.
And if they're married, honestly, I mean, initially they're going to tell you no because they're married. But if you insist and you sound as if you're actually serious, guaranteed they're going to hit what they've already hit before.
Yeah, but I'd never do that anyway.
Correct.
So
You
that's just not.
wouldn't do it. But again, that's where the conversation takes a different turn because it's not per se about you. It's their intentions. Most men 100% have an intention of having sex with a woman. We will never speak with a woman we're not sexually interested in. Okay? Are you aware of the fact that most women don't show their true colors until after they sleep with a man?
Probably aware of that.
Okay. So you said you went out on a date with a guy and you were both interested in sex, but you said no, not right now, and you didn't hear from him again. Okay.
Exactly.
Do you know why you didn't hear from him again?
No.
Okay. Well, as a man, and I'm always extremely honest, you know it had nothing to do with the sex. You're now playing what is called the game. You've created game. You've created the landscape for games. See, women say they hate playing games, but for you to admit to him that you were interested in him, and yeah, you would be interested in having sex with him, but you chose not to, comes across as one, control freak. So we already had that conversation, but a lot of women don't understand that that is a controlling mechanism. Two, at our age, men aren't chasing women. We're just not going to chase. And the reason we're not going to chase is because as men get older, we usually have way more options than what, like, you had your best options in your 20s and early 30s. Men get their best options in their 30s and to their 50s because we become more financially stable. We get the salt and pepper look. Women start to call us handsome. Now, younger women, middle aged women, and older women are looking at us. So he's like, we know that at some point in time, most women just saw a dude that is like, oh, he's so attractive, he's this and he's that, but he wasn't shit, but you fucked him anyway. Or you gave up the best years of your life to be with a jackass man that wasn't worth shit. And he's like, you actually have a good man sitting here in front of you, and I'm the one you tell no. That's like buying a used car at a brand new price. Most men are not going to go for that. So it has nothing to do with the sex. It's like you actually told him everything he needed to hear. You're interested, you wanted him, but you're holding out. The question
Well, I wasn't
is,
gonna have sex on the back of my van.
well, I don't know where the sex was going to happen. I don't think
That's where
he
he
knew that
wanted to
either.
do it.
Huh?
No, that's what he said.
So you should have said, no, take
He
me
said
home.
it's the student. He couldn't. He had kids at home.
Well, see, now in that situation, live a little. God damn. Like me personally, even at 44 years old, it's just anytime, anywhere. If I want you and you want me, we shouldn't have limitations other than the fact that just don't get caught. The back of a van sounds like quite a bit of room. Shit, it ain't the back of a Ford Focus. It's like one of the first things that I would like to help you do uh in moving forward and getting to know is at least like understand how we work. Like the hardest thing that I think for women to truly understand is how simple we are. We really want sex, food, and silence. Simple as that: sex, food, and silence. And some fucking trust. Y'all watch so much crime TVs that you feel like every man's gonna hurt you, but like statistically, FBI, there's FBI lists that prove all this. There's lists of crime in your whole city, your neighborhood. Even women are not being attacked by men. It's not real, and y'all see it one time on the news, and y'all inflate that shit like every that's happening to every woman. It's like one out of like millions. But 96% of men are part of violent crimes every time we have a 90%, 96% chance of being part of a violent crime every time we leave the house. And we're the ones not scared. You get like 33%, and y'all are scared of everything. I could leave my house right now, and I could be I could be on a busy street, and if a guy comes and he assaults me, motherfuckers are gonna be like, "World Star!" They're gonna take out their cell phones. They're gonna record it like he getting his ass whooped. If the same thing happens and some guy jumps on you, you got like 5 or 10 other dudes that's gonna come beat his ass and save you. Someone's at least gonna call 911. They're not gonna be screaming out, "World Star!" He's getting his ass whooped. Look at her. She's getting beat. Shit, we could be in
It's not
public.
that it's not by any means like I'm scared someone's gonna kill me
Kill you, hurt you,
or hurt me at all.
kidnap you.
No way.
None of that's happening.
I'm not worried about that shit.
Okay. So what's the longest relationship you've been in? Your marriage?
One was 13 years, one was 10 years.
So 23 years total of being married, 2 different guys.
Mm-hmm.
What was the difference between the 2 men?
The first one beat the shit out of me, and he's the father of my kids.
Okay.
And the second one was mentally draining.
Which one of those guys did you sleep with on the first night?
Neither.
Okay. Um have you ever had a one night stand?
Mm-hmm.
How many? Be honest. There's no judgment here. Trust me, there's no judgment here.
I would probably guess maybe 5,
5 one night stands.
probably.
Where did you meet these guys?
Fuck, I don't remember. Probably online or something way back when.
Okay. Why do you think they didn't come back?
I don't know. Probably at least half of them I didn't contact again.
Oh, so you're the reason for the one night stand.
Probably.
So it's safe to
Well, when
say,
you meet me and you're fucking weird as shit and like not like you say you are, it's kind of weird.
well, you can't say that because you slept with them. So they couldn't have been that
True.
weird.
Yeah, it was dark.
It was dark. I'm pretty sure it was dark when they ass left too.
I was stupid back then and I couldn't say, "Oh, you need to leave." This was like in my 20s.
Okay. So what you're saying is you was just out having your fun, right? Um and you basically were cycling through men while enjoying the things that you enjoyed. So
I
here,
probably was because I was married at 16. I was divorced and done by 26 or something like that. 27, I don't remember.
and you did what most divorced women do, go through the whole phase. So you were like, I missed out on life, so I'm gonna go find me and every random dick that I can get, I'm going to fucking enjoy. And then you found out, nope, this is not actually enjoyable. It's not fun. They had really
Yep.
have no problem fucking the shit out of me and leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, who do you think was the issue? You or the men you chose?
Both.
No, not both. Because
Why not?
you chose because you knew they weren't relationship guys.
I guess. I mean, probably. I wasn't really thinking.
Well, I mean, most of us don't think, especially in those at that time in that age, right? But the only reason that I say that and to bring that up is that then it's very apparent. Sex doesn't actually turn you off. Bad decisions that you made in your past turn you off.
Probably.
Okay. All right. So today, how old are you?
43.
43 years old. If you were to get it, let's say you found, well, first off, what would be your perfect man?
Perfect what?
Your perfect man. Like, how would you describe your perfect man?
Um, Someone who knows how to take care of the same shit that I know how to take care of, like things in life, basic shit.
Okay.
Knows how to pay bills, knows how to write a fucking check, things, stupid things like that.
Do you think that most men don't know how to do that? But no, be honest. I want you, like, be honest.
From what I've encountered, I'd say most men probably do, but the men that I talk to or I've been with don't.
So, would it be safe to say that you just pick shitty men?
Yep.
So, if you pick shitty men, see, that's what makes it hard. How how do you know good from bad?
I don't.
Okay. Now here's a question. Here's the a major one then, right? Because you would consider yourself an independent woman, right?
Well, I thought so until I talked to you.
Okay, but you would consider yourself an independent woman, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what are you gonna do when a man comes along and tells you to shut the fuck up and sit down?
You honestly want to know what I would say?
Yeah.
I'd say, are you going to make me sit down or are we going to go to the bedroom and fight this out?
Goes back. So you're a freak at the end of the day. Let's be honest. You're a freak. And you really just want a man to really just say, fuck you, fuck your rules, fuck what you're talking about, and do as I say.
Not really.
Yeah, no, 100%. You literally just admitted to it. So either you just lied or you're
No.
telling the truth. So which one is it? Because it can't be both.
Telling the truth.
Okay. So you're tired of dudes that can't put you in your place. Safe to say?
No, it'd be safe to say that I'm tired of having to put men in their place, so I'd rather not have to do that anymore.
Correct. So again, you're looking for a man that's going to put you in your place.
Yeah, yeah, the way you say it makes it sound like I need to be dominated.
You do clearly need to be dominated. You know that is the epitome. You know, you do realize that when men have sex with women, that is 100% domination. We're inside of you. Women crave being dominated. You want a man that's taller than you? In
Yeah,
honesty, in all
that's hard to
honesty.
come. Ideally, yes, but that's not my first choice. My first choice is a man that's a fucking man.
Okay. Do you okay. I'm gonna address that in a moment. Do you want a man that's smarter than you?
No,
You don't want a man that's smarter than you?
one the man that's just as smart as I am.
Well, let me ask you, do you want a man that's gonna lead you?
Yeah,
So doesn't the leader need to be smarter than the people he's that are following him?
or at least make them think. Yes.
There is no make them think because if he's dumber than you, he's gonna make stupid decisions, which means you have to take over.
Hmm. Story of my fucking life.
Okay, so again, this shit ain't rocket science. Like, it's really easy. You want a man that's smarter than you. Yes or no?
Okay, I do.
You want a man that's stronger than you.
I do.
You want a man that's physically bigger than you.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so when you look at all of those different things, is that not a man that is going to be more? He's going to dominate you in every way possible.
Yeah.
Okay, see how easy that is. They say women are from Venus and men are from Mars. No, that's not the case. Unfortunately, when we ask you very direct questions, you guys never give us very direct answers. We have to create all of these scenarios for you to answer questions just to get to the actual yes. That's what complicates things. Right? If you ask a
Okay.
man, "Are you horny?" We're gonna be like, "Yes." You ask a woman, "Are you horny?" What's your response?
I always say my fire's always lit. Let's go. I'm like a pilot light.
Okay, but sex turns you off, and sex talk
Mm,
turns you off.
yeah, it
So,
does.
do you see how that's an oxymoron?
Exactly.
So, those don't go together. So, you're sending. Let's say I'm dating you. Just in this conversation alone, like you've already sent me like 50 mixed signals. Like I don't know what the fuck to do. For a man that's not paying attention, that's what he's saying to himself. I don't know what the fuck to do. She's telling me she wants me. She shows me she wants me. She's a very sexual person based off her conversation. I can tell she's a freak, but I go to touch her and she's like, "Fuck you doing?"
That's not what I would do.
What would you do?
I'd be like, holy shit, okay, the fire's burning, let's go.
Well, okay. How long ago was your last relationship?
It ended October 13th. That was my marriage.
October 3rd of last year, 2023.
Mm-mm. Yep.
Oh, so you're fresh. You fresh out the kitchen.
Technically, yes, but emotionally, I've been out of the kitchen for about 2 years.
Okay, was there a whole phase after this divorce?
What do you mean?
Uh,
Oh, a hole. I think you said a hole.
no,
No.
the whole phase. The whole phase.
Nope.
Learned your lesson the first time.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay. So, what would you do differently your third go around than what you did the first two times?
I'm a smarter man.
Okay. Now, now, in this situation, like 43 children, now grandchildren as well, right?
Yep.
You want a man that's gonna be a man. So let's tackle that first, because we hear this in society a fuck ton of shit. So much. Women swear they can dictate and say what a man is. So my question to you is, what is a man?
I don't know, all those things that we just discussed.
True, but you can't say that because you've chosen none of that shit.
I know.
Okay,
I don't know.
so if you're so adamant and you know what a man is and all of that, why would you make the decisions that you've made
Settled.
for 13 and 10 years?
Yep.
That had to be some amazing dick then. Cuz I don't see any other reason why you would have stayed around.
No, it actually wasn't.
So there was no amazing dick, but you settled for two men that were absolute trash.
Yep.
Okay, so now I'm going to check your level of accountability. So one was physical and the other one was just not a man. The question is, what role or what part did you play in the relationship for things to go wrong? Without blaming any of your exes, what did you do wrong that you could have done correctly? Hard, huh? Can't think of nothing.
Nope.
You crying?
Yep.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, we don't need you crying. See, one of the hardest things in life is accountability. A lot of people don't take accountability for either bad choices, mistakes, and then at times things that they themselves have done. Everything in life we have control over. Now, the question is, at what point in time do you allow life to happen and you remove yourself from constantly trying to be in control of something? Breathe, take like 5 deep breaths. Inhale and exhale.
Let's see.
You all right?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not trying to make you cry.
I know you're not.
So now you're basically ready for your third run. You're dating. You're looking to date, right? You've had kids. You've been married twice. Bad marriages on top of that, right?
You said what?
I said
Married twice and what?
married twice, bad marriages, right?
Yep.
So now, as you walk into this third stage of your life, what is it that you are offering to the man that you potentially meet that is going to make him just go, okay, you're the woman that I want to spend the rest of my life with?
I have no idea.
Okay, so I'm going to paint this little picture for you, all right? So earlier when this conversation started, they were through message, right? You said a lot of things that you were looking for, the things that you would want, the things that make you happy. I started off this conversation by asking you what would make a man happy. And your response is, you don't know. One of the first things that I would say is that is probably the no, it's not probably. It's for sure the number one issue with dating today. As a woman, you have a laundry list of things that you won't do, um, how a man should act, how he should treat you, the dates that you deserve to be taken out on, your turn offs and your turn ons. Now, here's the thing, you control access to sex. The man controls access to a relationship and whether he marries you or not, because he has to ask you to marry him. Would you consider yourself a wife? Not in title, but as in the way that you carry yourself and who you are as a woman.
I don't know what a wife is.
What do you think a wife is?
I have no idea anymore.
All right. What did you think a wife was?
This conversation is really hard.
Why is the conversation hard?
Thinking of all the things that I thought I was doing right or was supposed to be doing. Yeah, it failed me 2 times.
So, one of the things that I have a lot of conversations about people with is, unfortunately, it's not you. It's a mixture of our parents no longer raise little girls to be wives and little boys to be husbands. And then society that we live in tells you that whether you're big, small, good woman, or bad woman, you're a 10. See, as a woman, you could have the worst behavior in the world, but because men want to fuck you, um, they'll deal with your bad behavior. So, according to you, there's never anything wrong with you. Your girlfriends, well, if you were out of shape and you're like, do I look good in this? They're not going to tell you the truth. When guys turn you down, your girlfriends tell you, he doesn't deserve you. He just doesn't see how beautiful you are. When in all reality, it's like the same way that you guys have what you like, we as men also have what I like. No one ever tells women like y'all are fucking up. So as you walk around, guys have been hitting on you for at least 20 plus years at this point. No one's ever said you're fucking up. So according to you, everything you've done has been correct. Until you get married, things fail, things don't work out, things fall apart. Now, here's the thing. You can you it's conversations like this that makes those changes to where at the end of the day, my honest um my honest opinion is, first and foremost, like you say you got guy friends, ask them to tell you the truth. Girlfriends lie to you, point blank period, because they're living in delusion themselves. Or you need to find a man like me that is just going to tell you the truth whether you like it or not. Now, here's the thing. You say you want a strong man. You say you want a man. Well, if he's a man, he's going to be a man's man, and these are the kind of conversations you're going to end up with. This is what's hard for women because 9 times out of 10, when you do talk to a man, such as myself, what happens is the first thing we do is we put a mirror in front of you and we say, okay, face yourself. Here's the shit that you've gone through. Here's what you've done. Here's what you've been. What fucked up? Because let's say me and you were to get into a relationship. This is why I will never let a woman lead, because you're going to fuck it up. The reason you're going to fuck it up is you want to be led. You're not the leading type and you're emotional. And when shit gets hard, this is your emotions coming out. Men aren't emotional. And this is where it's sit your ass down and follow my fucking lead. And if you can't handle that, then you're not ready. And this independent movement that, oh, I'm independent. No, y'all are in fucking survival mode. You did what you had to do because your husbands weren't shit. You made horrible choices. They weren't shit. So you had no choice but to pay your bills and take care of your children. That's the only thing that made you supposedly independent. Well, married people do that, the same as single people. But only women get to walk around and say they're independent. If I came to you and told you I'm an independent man, how does that sound? Sounds stupid as shit, right?
I didn't even hear anything.
If I came to you and said I was an independent man, how would that sound to you?
Well, aren't you supposed to be?
Okay. So if that's what I'm supposed to be and you're a mom and you have to take care of your children, why does you being an independent woman, isn't that just what you're supposed to do?
Yeah.
But so why do women get to say I'm an independent woman?
I have no idea.
See? And that's what society teaches us. And then the thing is, let's say I took you on a date tonight. We had this conversation, or somewhat similar to this conversation, not as deep, right? You sit there and say, all right, yes, I was in these relationships. They didn't work out. I'm a very independent woman. I'm looking for a man. Um, I've taken care of my kids. I've raised them. I've paid all my own bills, right? But who would you expect to pay for dinner?
I don't know, either of us.
You would expect a man to pay for dinner. Because if he paid for dinner, would you fuck with me ever again?
What do you mean?
If a man asked you out to dinner, you guys go out to dinner, but then he made you pay for it, would you ever fuck with him again?
I don't know.
Okay. Your answer to that should definitely be no. Because he's not proving that he's a man. But I also preach to men quite often. If she says she's an independent woman more than 3 times on a date, when the check comes, make her pay her way because she's independent. Because a lot of independent women become independent until the bill comes. A lot of independent women are independent until they need their nails done. They're independent till will you get my hair done. They're independent till something's wrong with the car. All that independent shit goes right out the window. As a
Completely opposite of me, but
well, again, you do it because you have to. You don't have a choice.
true.
Okay. The thing that needs to happen at this point in time is you need to make better decisions and change your choices. And I'm gonna tell you this. The thinking you're potentially in control of situations and you can kind of dictate how a relationship is going to go between you and a man, I can tell you this off the rip. That's just not going to work. Not for the type of man that you're asking for, because the man that you're asking for has options. So technically, you can throw down as many rules as you want to. I don't have to listen. Because there's younger, more beautiful, a lot of other chicks that are really out there that are willing to do the things that you're not willing to do, and they basically also come with, for lack of better words, less baggage. They haven't been in two shitty relationships that potentially have created some of the traumas that you have now, which is why having this conversation is even hard for you. But I apologize for hitting some sore spots and making you cry for sure. Um, but I would say this overall is a good conversation. You all right?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yes.
Are you positive?
Yes.